What's up, guys? Today we have external SSD that is, I would say, multi-compatible in terms of using it on varieties of operational systems and consoles at the same time, which is quite cool, I would say. Now, this right here is TEAMGROUP's T-FORCE TREASURE TOUCH RGB 1TB external SSD. It's quite a long name, I do have to say, with RGB. Did I mention RGB? Yeah, it has RGB. This is actually the first time I'm having an external SSD with RGB lights. And just for you guys that don't like RGB, you could change it up with the touch sensor at around the T-Force logo right here. So what's it all about? Let's do the quick unboxing first and check out what we got inside. So of course, we got the T-Force TREASURE TOUCH external SSD, which has a metallic finish, something like brushed aluminum on top, T-Force logo in the middle. The bottom part is the LED line, and we have the power from TEAMGROUP written on the one side and the USB Type-C connection on the other. The rest that we get inside the box, so let me just go, is I was at first shocked to see this, but then I realized what it's all about. Then we have this cable connection, which I will discuss quite shortly. We have user manual and of course T-Force sticker that you can stick wherever you want. So yeah, it's all up to you if you guys want to use the stickers, that's up to you. So what's it all about with the external SSD from TEAMGROUP? So we have this, not a sponge, but something like a styrofoam or something similar to that, where you could place your SSD like this. And this is designed basically if you decide to use it on your consoles, so PlayStation, Xbox, laptops, or anything similar to that that has Type-C connection. On the other side, when we take into consideration this cable, it has Type-C to Type-C, but if you don't have a Type-C, then you could remove the extender and use Type-C to Type-A, which is quite cool because we don't get that much performance downgrade when we go to standard Type A. So we have USB 3.2 Type-C connection, which is quite solid when we're talking about the speeds, and they mentioned the speeds, but I got much better results, to be honest. So I tested it in a couple of varieties, in different scenarios. I tested it on front of the case, which is directly then connected to your motherboard. And I tested it directly at the back on the motherboard, giving me multiple results. It doesn't vary that much, but still I wanted to present to you the actual case where you actually transfer the files and the actual synthetic benchmarks as well. So first of all, with the close-ups, you'll be able to see the RGB lights and how the touch the touchscreen reacts when you change the RGB light. So basically you just touch here where the touchscreen actually reacts much better if you touch it around the T-Force logo, and then you can change the RGB line to your desired color. But placing it on the stand that you get inside, which is quite cool actually, is something that it additionally lights up the bottom part as well. So here we go. With 19.1 gigabyte of file with folder, the write speed with USB Type-C to USB Type-C went up to maximum 375 megabytes per second. The average was 360. Then the read speeds go up to 495 maximum. Average was 494. The write speeds from USB Type-C to USB Type-A went up to maximum 378, the average was 375. Directly connected on the motherboard, we have read speeds Type-C going up to maximum 498, the average was 494, and write speed maximum 404, and the average was 397. Now, I know that you guys prefer this kind of test, but I still have to do the synthetic benchmarks as well. So ASSD read speeds 516.72 megabytes per second, while the write speeds go up to 445.87 megabytes per second. Autodisk benchmark read speeds go up to 528.44 megabytes per second, while the write speeds go up to 454.10 megabytes per second. And Crystal Disk Mark, we have read speeds going up to 546.61 megabytes per second, while the write speeds go up to 475.64 megabytes per second. Now, all the synthetic benchmarks were done connected directly to the motherboard. I didn't want to go and additionally connect it to the front USB Type-C port and USB Type-A, because you can see the consistency only in synthetic benchmarks. You get a bit more speeds, I would say. But consistency when we're talking about USB Type-C and USB Type-A, depending what connection do you have, it isn't that much of a difference. I would say we have something like maybe a couple of megabytes difference lower for the Type-A, but it's not that drastic and you won't even notice it. So basically what it does perform, as they stated on their website, it does a bit better, I would say, but of course TEAMGROUP company as it is doesn't want to I would say overwhelm a product, giving it much more, let's say, specifications in terms of results and everything they did, just in case something doesn't perform as it should. But on my PC everything worked even better than it should, than they written on their website. And I would say it's quite cool, small, it's quite handy, small, lightweight, I would say as well. I didn't test it on my Blackmagic camera though, because the speeds, I don't think it would cover up when we're talking about speeds and the FPS drops. But the cool thing about it is that you can connect it to Windows 10, Windows 11, PlayStation, Mac and Xbox, including laptops, and that's it. It's quite cool in the design, I would say. So TEAMGROUP T-FORCE TREASURE TOUCH RGB external SSD with 1 terabyte. You have 2 additional storage possibilities, 250 and 500 gigabytes. So you can choose whatever suits you best, and that'll be all for today. If you're looking for something like this, I'll place the link in the description below, so you can check out the price and everything else. But I think it's quite okay when we're talking about the price range, and of course we're talking about TEAMGROUP, so you can expect the quality when we're talking about the inner components without a doubt. And that'll be all for today. Don't forget to sub, click the like button and the notification bell as well, so you don't miss any future content. Hopefully I will see you in another one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye guys.